Welcome back to the House of Wellness, where we transform your mindset around self-love, self-confidence, and of course, abundance. I am your spiritual bad bitch bestie, Jack Scott Lee. And today we are going to be talking about letting go of 2024, letting go of the past 12 months, and calling in a fabulous, abundant, vibrant, gorgeous new future for the next 12 months ahead. How many of us had so many dreams, goals, plans, and desires for this year, and maybe they didn't turn out exactly how we thought they were going to be? So often, or more often than not, we go into a fresh new year, fresh faced, all the things, with a list of goals that we want to achieve, or maybe we don't, maybe we're just going blind. But some of us, a lot of us, we're going to go in with dreams, goals, and desires, thinking about how we're going to manifest those. This is what I'm going to achieve this year. This is what I'm going to do, and I want to absolutely slay it. Then, how many of us have actually done all the things that we set out to do? How many of us had plot twists, surprise moments, like OMG universe, are you absolutely kidding me moments where things happen way out of our control? And this is a common thing which is going to happen, every day, because as soon as you wake up, literally you have no control over what's going to happen outside your front door. The universe has so many plot twists in store for us, and especially over the last 12 months, speaking to so many people that this year they were forced to transform, to change, to redirect, to refocus. We had many retrograding planets this year. Going into 2025, the story is the same. We have Mars retrograding, Venus retrograding, as well as so many others throughout of the year, which isn't uncommon anyway. Starting the year off with Mars retrograde and Venus going retrograde too is a new one. Venus retrogrades every 2.5 years, so it's kind of unique, but not something that it's like out of the ordinary. So this will have us working on things such as self-love, abundance, wealth, prosperity, how we call in love too, right? And over the last 12 months, there's been so much of that. We've had Mercury retrograding, which we always do, right? 3 times a year, the planet of communication, reworking, revisiting, our plans, our dreams, our goals. The eclipses, the axis of, and continue to be so in Aries and Libra too, the axis of the self and the other, right? So we're working on ourselves, and not only working on ourselves, we are working on our friendships, our relationships with, our partners, our loved ones, friends, whoever it is, right? Because the Libra axis not only governs partnership, it's relationships of all sorts. And so how many of us had like a set vision, a goal, a dream where we were like, this is what we're going to do, this is our plan, this is my plan, whatever, and the universe is like, here you go, here is a moment for you to transform. We had Pluto, the planet of transformation, at the critical degree of 29 degrees for most of the year before it moved into the collective of Aquarius, where it will sit for the next 2 decades. And this was about transformation and leaving the old behind, the outdated, antiquated. All the things are no longer working for you, whether you like it or not. Pluto is moving and letting you know that this is the time for you to transform. This is the time for you to rise to the challenge, to the occasion, knowing that change must happen when we are going after our dreams, our goals, and desires, right? Because nothing changes if nothing changes, as the quote goes. And so, if you are doing the same thing over and over again every single day, then yes, of course, you're going to be safe. You kind of know what's going to happen, and you're going to be comfortable, right? But when you are going for, your dreams, your goals, like the Fool in Tarot, the first card in the deck, the Fool is taking the leap into the unknown with that Jupiterian, Sagittarian kind of energy where with Uranus in the mix, is like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my plan. I don't really know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to trust the universe has got me, right? And taking that leap of faith, because you have everything within you at any given moment to take those steps. Because when we're manifesting and talking about manifestation, it's about working in co-creation with the universe and also taking inspired action. It's not about wishing upon a star and then just forgetting about it. Yes, there is, relinquishing control and surrendering, but also it's not about micromanagement. It's about, okay, well, how am I going to show up as that person who has that thing that I want? whether that be, I don't know, I'm publishing a book, I'm releasing a digital product, I am doing this course, I am, you know, moving to a new country, a new job, a new career, I'm re-educating, whatever it is, right? I'm going back to college, I'm going back to university, I'm going to sell my house and move to another area, whatever it is, right? You are going to then go into uncharted territory or the territory of the unknown. And with the unknown, we have uncertainty, and we have an uncertainty, you know, you don't really know what's going to happen. And this will cause like moments of, you know, self-doubt, stress, being small, you know, upsets, tears, right? Going after your dreams and goals is not going to secure you absolutely living joy, of course, right? Yes, it's going to be great, you know, going after what you want and living the life of your dream reality. But also with that, you know, there's going to be shedding of the old and letting go of, you know, the person who you used to be, because the person who you used to be isn't going to be able to get you to where you want to get to, you know, to that destination. You are going to encounter, you know, situations that you've never been before, right? um, Things that you haven't done because the old version of you hasn't done them. And if we're doing the work, and I believe that a lot of you are going to be, if you're tuning into this channel, honey, you are doing the work, right? You are doing self-reflection, you're doing journaling, you're doing all the things. And so what I'm talking about is that this is your opportunity now to lovingly let go of all the things from 2024, and knowing that you have everything within you to achieve what it is that you want. So many of us are focused on all the lack, the things that we didn't do, the dreams and goals and desires that we thought that we were going to do, but we actually didn't do at all, you know. And there were so many things that you have done. What I wanted to say is that instead of focusing on, you know, what we didn't get, the opportunity that never happened, or the moments where we were forced to redirect, well, actually that was the blessing from the universe. That was letting you know that actually that was your moment for redirection, for you to up level and to grow and to transform, right? And to have lessons from those blessings so you can become the person you're meant to be. And so more often than not, we hang on to the lack. We talk about, you know, what isn't there. We talk about, you know, why we haven't done the thing. We focus so much on that. I mean, we become a vibrational match for it. And actually, instead of redirecting our energy to worst case scenario, to disaster, to lack, to the things we haven't done, to things we haven't achieved, instead of doing that, we could focus on, or what did I actually do? What did I, you know, what can I give myself grace for? What did I do really well? What was the thing that I thought that I was never going to overcome, but I fucking did it? You know, what was the thing that I thought that was going to be the end of a, you know, a massive challenge, and actually it turned out to be a huge blessing instead, right? What were the moments where I actually laughed at myself and gave myself grace and found the humor in the contrast, I like to call it, you know? Because when we have contrast, the universe is like, okay, let's level up, let's get you to the person you need to be so you can achieve the thing that you want to do, right? So you're here. I've had so much over the last, you know, especially like this time of year as well. We're coming towards the end of the year, and you know, there's so many stories of like, why I haven't done this, why I haven't done that. It's because X, Y, and Z, right? Because you know, I can't manifest that kind of money because you know my family's story and my ancestors were poor, or you know, money is evil, or you know, it's not safe for me to have that. I don't trust myself with that kind of money, and so we have all these stories, and we have a script that we stick to, right? And so what I invite you to do now is to flip the switch and change the script, because you get to decide. You know, your thoughts create the feelings, and your feelings create your experience. So if you're focusing on, you know, the lack, the negative, and you know, of course, I think it's great to acknowledge those thoughts. You know, you don't have to be this beacon of like permanent light, you know. It's great to be like, okay, this is what's happening, this is how I'm feeling, and but I'm going to redirect that. I'm going to acknowledge that it's there, and I'm going to forgive myself for those feelings, and then I'm going to think again, because you know we can't always control our thoughts, but we can always choose the next one, you know, because those thoughts are going to creep in, because we have as humans our natural survival instincts. to be safe. And so one of the voices in your mind will be, trying to protect you and keep you safe, right? And so I like to view those thoughts as like from a cinema screen, from an outside perspective, and there's no negative or positive, but we actually have helpful and unhelpful, and we have, neutral. A neutral thought would be like, the sky is blue today, or an unhelpful thought was, I'm never gonna be rich. Or a really helpful thought could be, even though I don't know all the answers, I'm prepared to work with the universe to be a magnet for meeting the people who need to get me to where I want to get to, right? And the beauty of it is that you get to decide at any given moment which way you want to go. And so when we talk about let's release 2024 going into 2025, one of the things that really, really, really helps me is my morning practice. Because the morning, as soon as you wake up in the morning, your body is completely reset. It's completely re-energized. You've forgot your body, your subconscious conscious forgotten about the day before, the arguments you had, the experiences that you may have had, your thoughts and feelings. Whatever it is you've stepped upon, right? Your body is actually resetting, reframing, rewiring to start afresh again on a new day. And when we arise in the morning, we have the opportunity, the golden hours, to reprogram your mindset to have an absolutely glorious, gorgeous, fabulous day, right? Instead of thinking about, oh shit, I want to have a light in, I feel really tired, I don't want to go to work, I hate my job, I hate my boss, my commute's going to be, and we snowball into this downward negative spiral. And because this will be your story and your script, and when I'm telling my story and repeating it to you, even if I'm doing it in a jokey way, right, I'm actually validating the story more and more, that I am this way because of X, Y, and Z, right? And you become the story. Then I invite you to think about, okay, well, if I didn't tell that story, who would I be? If I didn't tell the story of lack, or my injury, or my sickness, my ailments I've inherited from my mum and my dad and my caregivers, if I didn't tell those stories to people, then what would I talk about? Who would I be? Who can I become? Can I allow myself to be, even more amazing? Can I allow myself to up level? And I believe that if you're listening to this and you're doing the work, then you are so ready to do that and you want to do that, right? And so people say to me, I don't have time, whatever. Nobody has time for anything. You have to make time for things that are important for you, whether that be going to a fitness class, going to a seminar, going to an educational experience, going on to a course, taking time to re-educate, whatever it is you want to do, reading a book, or listening to a podcast, going to the gym, whatever it is, right? You are going to have to make time for that. No one has time for anything, right? You make time for that. And so when I talk about magical, having a magical, amazing morning experience, then actually you need to carve out time for that. Me included, right? I usually set my alarm a few hours early, so I can ease into my morning. I don't want to just jump out of bed. I usually set my alarm 2 or 3 hours early, so I slowly get up, and that's my golden hours then, where I can reprogram and refocus my mindset to have an absolutely gorgeous day and call in my desires and become the person I am working on being, right? And this starts with the night before. I know that I want to go to bed at a reasonable time, and switch off slowly, because your mind is like an express train. So you can't just be scrolling on the internet or Instagram, whatever it is, and just drive straight to bed, because it's not going to work like that. You have to slow that down. So I have a really cool evening practice, which I'll go into another day. But on a brief note, it's just as simple as making sure you go to bed at a reasonable hour. Managing your screen time, having a self-care sleep routine, and getting into a really, really vibrational experience to have a good night's sleep, right? And for me, that includes having like an evening gratitude practice, and this leads me on to my morning, right? Because as soon as I wake up in the morning, the one thing that I start off with is gratitude. So whether I'll keep my AirPods to one side, I'll pop my AirPods straight in, I'll be like, I have my meditations and affirmations already saved into playlists, so I haven't got to scroll the internet. Literally, they're all saved on my YouTube. All my playlists are saved, and they're on the channel as well for you guys to share as well, actually. And I literally grab my AirPods, click on my playlist, and I am good to go then, right? And I have my gratitude affirmations. If I do anything to those, then I am going to have my, my meditation or visualization or a breath work or something, right, to get me spiritually regulated and into my body and into my breath, into my into my now, so I can then set the tone for manifestation, calling in my dreams, desires, and becoming the person I want to be by experiencing and responding and not reacting to my day, and knowing that you have the power to create your experience. And so I'll start to think about what I'm grateful for in this moment. I'm grateful that I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm in my home, I'm warm, I am safe in this moment. I have a house full of food, I have water, I have a strong coffee, whatever it is, right? I have a beautiful shower, I have my car that's full of petrol, I go to my gym with, whatever I want to do, right? I'll start to think about that. Yeah, and then I get into my day. I'll move my body, do some stretching, whatever you, and get into a frequency and a match to get into my day. And one of the huge things that really helped me is my manifestation practice, which I do every single day. So I would invite you to do this too if you want to call in your dreams, goals, and desires moving forward into the new year, right? So what you want to start to do is grab your phone, because we always have our phones on us near us, and press onto your voice note app and turn that on and start and hit record. And when I record, what I record is my gratitude. So I start to talk about my gratitude, all the things I'm grateful for. You can start off like, I'm grateful for my living room, my table, my coffee, my scented candles, my phone, all the electrical equipment, my lights, my kitchen, whatever it is, and start to snowball. I'm grateful for my friends and family, my all the money in my bank account, all the money that's way to me. I'm grateful for my body, all the things it allows me to do, and starting to build the momentum of gratitude, looking for the good, because when you start to look for the good, the universe is going to show you more of that, right? It's like because you're creating your experience, right? And it's like when I use this analogy a lot, is when you start to focus on, okay, I want to buy a new car, I want a white, I don't know, TT, for example, yeah? I want a convertible TT. And so you'll start to focus on that, you'll start searching it, and wherever you go, everywhere, you'll see white cars, you'll see white TTs, right? And that's because you are becoming a vibrational match from your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, your inspired actions. And so you do this every morning before you start to snowball and spiral, because actually, if you can spend so much energy on worst case scenario and on catastrophizing, you can also flip that and go to the extreme other end and be like, well, I am going to focus on the most ridiculous, most fabulous OTT positive experience, and because neither, the worst case scenario, when has that ever happened to you, right? When has the worst case scenario ever happened? And if you're focusing on the best case scenario, how about if something in the middle of both, would happen instead? Wouldn't that be amazing, right? And so I started to talk about that quite freely, and this can go on for a few minutes, right? And then a continuation from that while I'm still recording is what I'll talk about is my day. And I'll talk about my day like it's already happened. And so I'm going to talk about it in the past tense, right? Because what I'm doing is I'm actually visualizing and manifesting, becoming the vibrational match, and getting excited about today. I got up super early. I did a spiritual practice, got myself in a vibe to have an absolutely abundant day. Everyone that I met upon my travels was an absolute joy to work with. I called in so much surprise money, awesome contracts, fabulous people. I laughed all day long. I was creative. I had time to dance. I worked out, whatever it is, right? I spoke to an old friend in a coffee shop, all these things, right? And really going into town on how vibrant and colourful it can be, because there's no limit. It doesn't have to be a to-do list, right? Because actually we wake up in the morning and start stressing about the things we have to do. But let's make it into a colourful experience, and then releasing, well, I don't have to do that. I get to do that, right? And so I started talking about that in my morning practice, when I'll talk it in past tense. So I'm talking about like it's already happened. I'm excited about. I made a ton of cash. I connected with loads of friends. I spoke to my family. I had so much fun, and everything was easy. My commute was gorgeous. The weather was fab, and just going OTT, right? And then, before I wrap up the practice, what I do while I'm still recording is that I will talk about my dream, my goal, my desire, my absolute certain future, I like to call it, as if it's already happened. Because when you're talking about your dreams, like they're miles away in the future tense, it's like they're never going to come to you, right? But when you're manifesting, and you're talking about my dreams, your absolute certain future, your dream reality, as if it's already happened, it's already yours, because it is. Once you think it, it's already there. It's waiting for you. It's waiting to come. All you have to do is keep your arms open to receiving it and get into a vibrational match, which you hear about all the time. And vibrational match is being in your joy, embracing your inner child, having fun, doing what lights you up, being surrounded by people who light you up too, right? And being a magnet for that. And so I'll talk about, a dream. So for example, you could talk about, I am so excited. I'm picking up the keys to my new Lamborghini. It's bright green. I paid cash for it. And it's so exciting to go to the dealership, to have it uncovered. I've got my selfie on, recording it all for the gram. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. I'm flying out first class to Paris to celebrate my friend for my birthday. I made a shit ton of money this year. And I'm so thankful and grateful my business I expanded. I connected with all the right people. I grew my network and so on and so forth, right? And get really excited about, the dreams and the goals that you have, and talking about them what's already happened, because your body doesn't know the difference, right? And when you create that, you're setting the tone to receive all it is that you totally, totally deserve. Once I've done that, I press pause, and then I hit send, and I send that over to a friend of mine, who also will listen to that and send theirs back to me, and they'll build upon, my dream too. And I'll talk about like, yes, you did all the things, your car looks gorgeous, you're doing all that, and so on and so forth. And I'll talk about their day, and this can go back and forth every single day. And so I invite you to do that. This is the scary part. And if you don't have anybody you feel you can do that with, then just keep that for yourself, right? Because you want to be surrounded by people who are going to gas you up, who are going to support your dreams, who are going to support your goals, and hype you up, right? Like you hype yourself up. And if you don't have those people around you, then this is your sign, my darling, to be like, okay, 2024 was this. However, in 2025, or the year ahead, I am calling in my soul family. I'm calling in my tribe. I'm calling in my people. I'm letting go of anyone or anything who's not in a vibrational match. I'm no longer playing small, and I am being an absolute total baddie, and I'm going to embrace my unique self. And the more I can do that, then I'm going to call in my soul people. And so what I've done is I drew some cards out, to talk about, the experience of the 12 months that we just had, and then moving into the future for the next 12 months, right? And then once we do this reading, I'm going to go into my EFT tapping session, because I love to tap. I love to do my tarot cards every day. I love to do my tapping too, right? And I'm going to go over those afterwards, and we're going to release some blockages around accepting and receiving, and playing small, and calling in, shining your light, and calling out manifestations. Okay, so the cards I pulled out, right? I'm using the Alice in Wonderland. I'm using my Alice in Wonderland deck by Dame Darcy. It's a really alternative deck. I absolutely love it. It's an alternative Alice deck, right? And so the first card that came up was the Page of Swords. And so the Page of Swords, right, is telling you, where can you lovingly let go? Where can you cut cords? Where can you cut ties? What's holding you back? Can you use those scissors to cut and let go of anyone or anything that's holding you back to being your true, amazing, gorgeous self? Because you are unique, you are fabulous, you are gorgeous, and you deserve to shine. However, are you surrounding yourself with people who support you? This is your opportunity now to let go of and do the things, whether that be unfollowing, blocking in real life, on social media, and moving forward. Because the more you can live in your integrity and your uniqueness, and you're going to be a beacon of light. And no one's going to, you're not going to find yourself family if you're not being your unique self, right? And this is your sign to do that. Okay. Next up, we have the moon, and the moon is telling you to listen to your intuition, listen to your voice, listen to your gut, open yourself up to spirituality, because the more you can do that, the more you can be in tune to your dreams, your goals, and desires, and all the gifts and blessings from the universe. This is about letting go, using the full moon, and using the moon cycle, the new moon, to call in all your manifestations. And throughout every single month through 2025, I'll be doing my moon circle. If you'd love to be a part of that, make sure you sign up for that too. And I'll be releasing a bundle every single month where I'll be releasing like a tarot reading, some journaling prompts, affirmation, meditation, visualizations, and you'll be able to keep that for yourself forever. Every single month, we're releasing a different one for each month with a different theme. The next card and the final one is the Seven of Wands, asking you to look at all the things that you've overcome. Honey, you are an absolute bad bitch. You've overcome so many challenges, so many roadblocks, because you know what? You are here right now. All the things that you thought you couldn't do, well, bitch, you're here, you're doing it. Trust that you have got this. Okay. So that was a tarot. Let's go into the tapping session for this episode, because we are going to be tapping on letting go of fear, self-doubt, playing small, and calling in our blessings, our goals, and our desires. And also to accept that, we can't always plan for things. We can have a really good idea, and we can always have hope, we can always dream, and we can still keep doing that, even when there's challenges, even when there's plot twists, even when there's contrast. Just know that this is happening for you, and we can learn from lessons, be strong, be gorgeous, accept what is and what you can control, and call in all the juiciness. So if you haven't tapped before, I always start on the karate chop point, which is here, the side of the hand, and I tap just like this, so you can see, like, see, imagine it's like the pressure would be like you're trying to get someone's attention, okay? It doesn't matter which hand you use, I usually like to use my left side, but you can use whichever. Then, once you've released, we are going to go over the points in the body. I use both my hands to do this, and we're going to call in manifestation, honey. So if you are ready, let's get into it. Make sure you got some fluids you can drink, because this is a thirsty work, my darling. So let's get into it. This year has been wild. It was crazy. I had so many plans and dreams and some goals too. I came with so much positivity, with so much joy, and there were some things which knocked me off my horse. There were things I had no idea were going to happen, that altered everything, that changed my direction, that threw a big ass spanner in the works. And I was like, universe, what the hell? I didn't plan this. This wasn't on my vision board. What is going on? And of course, in this moment, I accept myself. I forgive myself, because I'm just a human and I can't control anything outside of me. And that's okay. Even though all this craziness was going on, I still showed up. I still did the work. And I'm grateful for that. Even though things were wild and there were moments where I was on my knees, I just wanted to throw everything in the air and cry. I honor my feelings. And I am still here. I'm still showing up, because I am a baddie. And I know that life is happening for me, not to me. But that doesn't mean I still want to get a break. I'm tapping so hard my earrings come out. Universe, give me a break. I deserve all the blessings and all the abundance. So even though there were so many things out of my control, there were still so many things to be grateful for. There were still so many things to bring me joy. I was surrounded by gorgeous people, letting go of and saying goodbye to anyone or anything that is not on my wavelength, on my frequency. Lovingly letting go. Because when I make space for the things that are truly in my path, then some things have to change, and that's okay. So as I let go of anything that's no longer serving me, I forgive myself, I love myself. In this moment, I am safe. So even though this year's been wild as hell, and sometimes I had no idea what was going on, I love myself, I forgive myself, and I accept myself. In this moment, I am safe. Okay, deep breath in and release. That was just the setup. We are just getting started. All my earrings are falling out. We are going to now call in our biggest goals, dreams and desires, and calling in all the fabulous of 2025. We're going to work all through the points around the body. Repeat the affirmations after me. You really can't get this wrong. So, this is thirsty work. When we do tapping, this is like an energetic release. So you know, this is great to hydrate. You might feel really tired, so get some rest. You may start to yawn, burp, twitch, all the things. Feel emotion, cry, whatever, right? Because this is like energy release. So we're stimulating the meridian points around the body, and just know that it's okay. All right, so let's get into it. Top of the head. This year was a vibe. It was a wild ride. One for the books. It was crazy, but I'm here for it. There's so many things out of my control. There were so many unexpected plot twists. So many new characters. And old ones disappearing. I had some dreams and goals. Some of them I achieved. And some I'm still working on. Some of them I had no idea I even wanted to achieve them. Opportunities that came in. I took those by the hand. So I know that 2025 is going to be fucking epic. Because I've already overcome so much. I've already done so many wonderful things. I've already had so many wonderful experiences. And I'm not done yet. I'm just getting started. I have so many big things to do. So many fabulous places to see. So many gorgeous people to come in. So much abundance to attract. So much more laughter. And wild abandon dancing. And love and passion. I'm so here for it. I'm so ready. I'm trusting the universe. I'm working in co-creation whilst taking inspired action. I'm going to flip the switch and rewrite the script because I am not anybody's stories, family or otherwise. I get to create with the gorgeous universe my beautiful story, my delicious chapters, and I just get better and better all the time. They're so wonderful. Knowing that I haven't even met some of my dreams, they're still in the pipeline. It fills me with so much excitement. So even though I faced many, many challenges, moments that I didn't think I'd be able to overcome, I deeply and completely love myself. I forgive myself. And I accept myself in this moment. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I am safe. And I'm calling in so much confidence, so much self-love, so much bad bitchery that I'm turning in up the dial on my awesomeness. I'm going to shine bright. I'm going to play big. I'm going to sparkle, honey, because I am worth it. And the more I can do that, the more I can fly my flag of freakiness and fabulousness, I'm going to be a huge beacon of light for others to do so. And to call in my soul tribe and become a vibrational match for my dreams, my goals and desires. And so it is. Take a deep breath and release. Well done. If you absolutely love that, I would love it if you like, subscribe, share, and do all the things. And I will catch you on the next episode of The House of Wellness.